Have you ever found yourself in a relentless cycle of effort, making genuine, heartfelt attempts to align your energy, to truly manifest a life filled with peace, purpose, and abundant flow? Yet beneath it all, you sense a persistent, nagging emptiness. Perhaps you diligently do everything you believe is right. You meditate faithfully, repeat affirmations daily, visualize your desires with vivid intensity, devour books on the law of attraction, and yet there's this lingering ache, a quiet pain, a sense that something fundamental is still missing. It feels like your very energy is subtly, insidiously sabotaging itself, preventing you from reaching that desired state. This feeling of profound frustration, this silent question of, why, despite all this sincere effort, does the outcome continue to elude me, is real, deeply human, and it's a shared, unspoken experience that so many of us carry within our hearts. Please understand, this is not a personal failure on your part, not a sign of your inadequacy, but rather a profound misunderstanding of how energy truly operates, not just on a superficial level, but deep within the intricate workings of the quantum field. We have been conditioned by so much of what we consume about personal growth and manifestation to relentlessly pursue a high vibration, as if it were a distant peak to be conquered, a final destination to be reached solely through strenuous effort and rigid discipline. But what if the true liberating key isn't about vibrating high at all costs, but about vibrating in absolute, unwavering coherence? Consider the implications of this. What happens when your conscious intention, that clear thought or desire you verbalize and believe you want, is in deep, jarring dissonance with the electromagnetic field of your heart, with the underlying truth your body and your subconscious are actually emitting into the universe? It's akin to you standing on a grand stage, singing a beautifully composed melody with your voice, filled with passion and clear notes, but simultaneously, your entire body and every instrument in the orchestra are playing a note that is completely, painfully off-key. The message that ultimately reaches the universe, this vast intelligent field, is not the song you intend. It's a confused, contradictory signal, and in its wisdom the field ends up reinforcing precisely what you are desperately trying to change, amplifying the very incoherence you seek to overcome. The truth, a profound yet seldom discussed reality, is that merely repeating affirmations, no matter how positive they sound, no matter how often you recite them, can inadvertently reinforce the exact opposite of what you genuinely desire, especially if those affirmations are not in deep, resonant alignment with your authentic internal truth. If you stand declaring, "I am abundant," while simultaneously your physical body pulsates with the deep-seated anxiety of scarcity, with the fear of not having enough, then the dominant vibration your energetic field is truly sending out, and what the quantum field inevitably receives, is the vibration of lack, not of true abundance. This, my friend, is the subtle yet powerful vibrational sabotage we rarely talk about. It's not an external force working against you. It's an internal quantum mistake that consistently disintegrates your desired frequency, even when you are trying your absolute hardest, even when your conscious intentions are pure. Today, we're going to bravely dive deep into this uncomfortable but ultimately incredibly liberating truth. We will meticulously unravel the hidden dissonance that often exists between your conscious mind and your subconscious energetic field. And crucially, we will explore practical ways to powerfully align your thought, your emotion, and your deepest sensation to permanently break this insidious cycle of energetic sabotage. Understand this: your frequency is not just what you think, it is, at its most fundamental level, what you are. It's like looking into a cracked mirror. It reflects an image, yes, but that image, no matter how clear in other parts, will always carry a subtle yet profoundly crucial distortion at its core. There exists a profound internal frustration, a silent, gnawing anguish, within those who earnestly seek peace, deep calm, and abundant flow, yet find themselves living in a constant, unsettling state of vibrational alert. You might diligently meditate every single day, striving to find that elusive quietude, to touch that inner stillness, but deep down, your energy seems to remain in a perpetual state of readiness for battle, of struggle, of defense against an unseen threat. This, my dear listener, is spiritual anxiety, a truly painful paradox that often arises when we attempt to force alignment, to push for peace, instead of gently allowing it to unfold and permeate our being. When you find yourself constantly worried about keeping your vibration high, about not falling from a perceived energetic pedestal, this very preoccupation, this constant vigilance, inadvertently creates an electromagnetic field of scarcity around you, a palpable fear of losing something, usually peace or abundance, that you don't even truly feel you possess yet. The energy of scarcity in its deepest sense isn't fundamentally about having little in the material world, but about feeling the profound lack, about the paralyzing fear of not having enough, regardless of your external circumstances. There's a widely popular myth in many manifestation circles, the notion of faking gratitude, which often profoundly and insidiously sabotages your true vibrational coherence. The well-meaning idea that we need to force a feeling of gratitude, to put on a brave face even when our heart feels heavy with sorrow or constricted by fear, might seem positive and uplifting on the surface. However, the quantum field, in its infinite wisdom and unfiltered perception, is never fooled by superficial smiles or forced expressions. It responds directly, unequivocally, to your deepest truth, to your most authentic and dominant emotional state. If you attempt to impose a sense of gratitude that isn't genuinely felt within your core, your sophisticated brain immediately detects this incongruence, this internal lie. Consequently, your entire system sends a confused, mixed message to the universe. I verbally declare I am grateful, but internally I am vibrating with pain, with unease, with fear. This profound incoherence then acts as a powerful energetic block, disintegrating your desired frequency, making it impossible for the universe to meet your true intention. Forced positivity, therefore, is not a genuine elevation. It is merely a disguise, a mask worn to hide your true emotional state. It's akin to trying to play a beautiful piece of music. It might be beautiful in its written intention, but when played out of tune, it creates a jarring, uncomfortable resonance, utterly failing to harmonize with the grand orchestra of abundance that awaits genuine coherence. To truly restore the pristine clarity of your internal quantum field, to bring yourself back into vibrational harmony, we need to engage in a somatic presence practice. This means allowing yourself to consciously feel whatever is present within you, right now, without any judgment, without any attempt to change or fix it. Take a moment. Perhaps close your eyes. If it feels safe and comfortable, gently bring your awareness to your physical body. Is there any tension residing anywhere? Do you feel a pang of fear, a wave of sadness, or a familiar knot of frustration? Just observe these sensations, these feelings, with a detached curiosity, without trying to push them away or cling to them. Now, gently guide your attention to the sacred space of your heart. Breathe deeply for several seconds, imagining that your breath is literally entering and leaving from this heart space, expanding and contracting with each inhale and exhale. As you engage in this practice, you are not faking gratitude. Instead, you are courageously creating an expansive space for the acceptance of what is, in this very moment. And from this profound place of acceptance, a space of deep self-compassion and truth, true authentic gratitude can then naturally, organically arise. The quantum field, in its responsiveness, always aligns with truth, not with facades. The emotional pain, the profound anguish of relentlessly blaming yourself for not manifesting like others, is an invisible yet debilitating weight that traps countless souls. You see gleaming success stories on social media. You hear tales of individuals who seemingly manifest their desires with effortless ease, and that insidious inner voice, the ego's whisper, begins its torment. What is inherently wrong with me? Why doesn't it work for me when it works for everyone else? This self-blame, this harsh inner critic, is not merely a negative thought. It is a potent form of unfelt resistance, a subtle yet powerful energetic barrier that actively impedes the natural flow of your creation. Understand this deeply. Failed manifestation isn't a lack of faith on your part, nor is it some divine punishment inflicted upon you. It is, more often than not, an excess of hidden, vibrating silently within your being. Your nervous system plays an invisible yet absolutely crucial role in determining your overall vibrational frequency. When you experience unresolved trauma, prolonged chronic stress, or when you habitually repress uncomfortable emotions, your nervous system can become stuck in a perpetual state of fight or flight, even if consciously you are diligently seeking peace and tranquility. This constant physiological activation, This underlying state of hyper-alertness and defense creates a pervasive frequency of contraction, of deep insecurity, which fundamentally contradicts your conscious desires for expansion, for freedom, for abundance. It's precisely like trying to manifest while your car's parking brake is stubbornly engaged. Your conscious intention, your desire, wants to surge powerfully forward, but your internal, subconscious frequency is stubbornly locked, effectively preventing any true movement or progress. Too often in our spiritual journeys, we attempt to spiritualize our pain. We tell ourselves to just let go, to trust the universe, to be positive, without ever truly traversing the difficult, necessary emotional landscape of that pain, without allowing ourselves to deeply feel what truly needs to be felt and processed. This can become a form of toxic spiritualization, a bypass that keeps your energetic field profoundly blocked, because the raw, unacknowledged energy of the repressed emotion remains stagnant in your system, vibrating subtly in the background and creating a persistent incoherence within your field. To genuinely dissolve these vibrational resistances without resorting to forcing a positivity that isn't authentic, use this simple yet powerful 3-question technique. First, gently ask yourself, where in my body am I feeling this resistance right now? Allow your awareness to settle on the physical sensation, whatever it may be. A tightness in your chest, a knot in your stomach, tension in your shoulders. Second, what emotion is linked to this sensation even if a part of me doesn't want to feel it, even if I'm afraid of it? Name it. Anger, profound sadness, deep fear, quiet shame. Give it a name. Third, what is this emotion genuinely trying to show me or trying to teach me about myself or my situation? This radical permission to truly feel and observe, without judgment, without the need to change or fix, is what allows the trapped energy to finally move, to flow freely, enabling the resistance to gracefully dissolve. We don't need to pretend that everything is okay. We need the courage to be authentic with what is truly present within us to allow genuine, lasting change to occur. The anguish, the deep-seated frustration of consciously desiring a specific reality, a life of abundance, a loving partnership, vibrant health, that your body, your current identity, simply cannot yet sustain, is a palpable and often heartbreaking pain. You might vividly visualize the abundant, the free, the loving version of yourself, seeing it clearly in your mind's eye. But deep down, you feel that your present self, your current energetic blueprint, simply cannot fit into that magnificent new skin. This, my friend, is the essence of the profound mistake of trying to manifest while operating from the identity of the needy self. You are, in effect, attempting to pull a magnificent new reality into an old, constricted version of yourself, and the quantum field, in its precise responsiveness, aligns more profoundly with your deepest state of being, who you are at your core, than with your loudly declared desires. The universe, a perfect mirror, responds to who you are, not merely to what you ask for if that request is not in congruent alignment with your deepest being. If you are consistently vibrating at the frequency of lack, then the universe, functioning as a perfect mirror, will simply reflect more lack back to you, reinforcing your current experience. It's like trying to harvest a beautiful lotus flower while its roots are still firmly embedded in the energetic soil of a cactus. The vibrational essence is fundamentally incompatible, and true blossoming cannot occur. The quantum field, in its beautiful impartiality, does not care about your meticulously planned logical strategies. It responds directly and instantly to your dominant subconscious program, the blueprint you carry within. To profoundly change this, to shift your very blueprint, we need to engage in a powerful internal rehearsal exercise. Daily, for just a few precious minutes, gently close your eyes and don't just passively visualize what you want, floating out there in the ether. Instead, internally rehearse the version of you that already vibrates what you want to live. This means deeply embodying it. How does this future version of you walk? With what posture does it carry itself? How does it speak? What tone of voice does it use? How does it breathe? Is it deep and calm, or shallow and anxious? What kinds of decisions does this version effortlessly make? What type of expansive, confident energy does it naturally radiate into the world? Feel this new, desired version of yourself in your body, in your posture, in the very rhythm of your breath. Allow this new identity to become more real, more tangible. more familiar to you than your current circumstances, no matter how persistent they seem. By consistently doing this, you are actively rewriting your subconscious program, updating your energetic blueprint, and consequently, the universe will inevitably begin to respond to this new, coherent, vibrational signature you are now radiating. By cowering the pain of those who conscientiously repress emotions, deeply believing that such feelings lower their frequency and will therefore sabotage their manifestation efforts, is one of the most insidious and common traps in the spiritual journey. We are often taught with good intentions to be positive at all times, to ignore the negative, to suppress anything that feels uncomfortable. But consider this: why does denying profound sadness, intense anger, or deep-seated pain actually break your vibrational coherence? The truth, a liberating and essential one, is that emotion, in its pure form, does not inherently possess a low or high frequency. It is, at its core, pure energy in motion, simply seeking to move through you. What genuinely lowers your frequency, what actively sabotages your alignment, is the resistance to the emotion, the desperate attempt to push it away, the stubborn denial of its presence, the futile effort to shove it under the rug. This very act of denial creates a dense energetic block, an internal contradiction, a fundamental incoherence that the quantum field detects instantly and responds to. When you deny an emotion its space, when you refuse to acknowledge its presence, it doesn't miraculously disappear. Instead, it lodges itself stubbornly in your nervous system, deep within your body, and continues to vibrate silently, creating a constant internal noise that effectively prevents clarity in your energetic transmission. Deep acceptance, the radical act of allowing and embracing what is the true antidote. It is what genuinely regulates the powerful electromagnetic field of your heart, bringing it back into harmony. When you allow an emotion to be felt fully, without judgment, without desperately trying to change it or force it to go away, it is then able to move through you, to complete its natural energetic cycle. This, my friend, is the true meaning of vibrational elevation. To genuinely vibrate is not to frantically avoid life's inevitable storms. It is profoundly to become the sky that welcomes them all, allowing them to pass through, knowing your vastness and unwavering stillness. Let's do a simple yet powerful 2-minute exercise now for immediate vibrational realignment. Gently close your eyes, if it feels safe. Place one hand softly on your heart and the other on your abdomen. Breathe deeply, feeling the gentle rise and fall of your body with each breath. Now consciously invite any emotion that is present within you, be it sadness, anger, fear, or frustration. Just name it internally, with tenderness. I am feeling sadness right now, or I am feeling anger, and then simply breathe through it, not against it. Imagine your breath circulating around this emotion, holding it gently, acknowledging its presence without resistance. Don't try to change it, just feel it. By doing this for just 2 minutes, you are sending a profound message of acceptance and coherence to your energetic field, allowing that energy to flow freely, releasing what was stagnant. In the most common vibrational sabotage, the one that often goes completely unnoticed by most individuals on this journey, is the subtle yet pervasive act of trying to manifest with haste. There is a hidden desperation that often lies beneath the spiritual urgency to make it happen now, to force manifestation into your timeline. This very energy of urgency is a clever trap that pulls us violently out of the present moment, disconnecting us from the inherent power of the now, which is the only point of creation. You visualize, you affirm, and then, instead of gracefully aligning with the state of already having, you fall headfirst into the gnawing anxiety of, when will it happen? Is it going to work? Why isn't it here yet? This very energy of haste and frantic control is a clear signal of a lack of true trust, a deep indication that you are not yet being the version of yourself that already possesses what it desires. The quantum field, in its perfect impartial wisdom, does not respond to speed, to your timeline, or to your personal sense of urgency. It responds, solely and precisely, to the vibrational coherence of the present moment. When you are in a hurry, when your energy is scattered with impatience, your frequency is constantly projected into the future, hyper-focused on what is not here, what is missing in your present reality. This rush energy is a direct contradiction to the energy of already having, which is an inherent state of peaceful presence and calm certainty. Why does attempting to control time actively block the natural flow of possibilities? Because the universe operates on a divine, perfect timing that is vastly different from our linear human construct of time. When you try to dictate the when, you are in essence attempting to micromanage universal intelligence, which inevitably generates resistance and effectively shuts down the very flow of abundance and perfect timing. Consider this mental model as your guiding principle. If I already were that, if I already lived that desired reality, I would be utterly at peace with time. There would be no rush, no anxiety about the when. The version of you that already has what it desires isn't worried about the when or the how. It resides perpetually in a state of profound gratitude, peaceful presence, and unwavering trust in the now. It's akin to a beautiful fruit that is forcibly ripened. It might appear ready on the outside, but it tragically loses the true flavor, the natural sweetness, the very essence of its original, organic vibration. Allow yourself to ripen in your perfect divine timing, trusting with every fiber of your being that the magnificent flow of your desires is already gracefully in motion. And finally, we arrive at the ultimate trap, the subtle yet pervasive false frequency of forced positivity, and how it profoundly, often unknowingly, dysregulates your entire energetic system. This is the secret pain of those who live perpetually smiling for the world, posting an endless stream of inspiring quotes, while meticulously hiding a deep internal confusion, a quiet anguish, and a profound sense of self-doubt. It's a heavy burden to carry. There's a crucial, fundamental difference between genuinely elevating your vibration and merely repressing your emotional truth. Elevating your vibration means accessing a more authentic, expansive state of being, one that courageously includes the full acceptance and allowance of everything you are, warts and all. Repressing, on the other hand, is denying, it's pretending, it's meticulously constructing and wearing a mask to conceal your true inner world. Your brain, believe it or not, is an incredibly sophisticated detector of internal incoherence. When you attempt to force a positivity that isn't genuinely felt, your brain instantly detects the glaring incongruence between what you are presenting externally to the world and what is truly vibrating internally within you. This profound internal dissonance, this energetic misalignment, paralyzes manifestation, because the universe responds directly and without judgment to your internal congruence, to your authentic state of being, not to your external performance or your carefully constructed facade. Remember this simple truth. You don't illuminate a dark room by merely lighting a candle in front of a mirror. The light needs to be ignited within the room itself. The powerful antidote to forced positivity is intentional vulnerability, the courageous act of vibrating with your truth in all its raw authenticity. This does not in any way mean being negative. It means being authentically real. It means allowing yourself to feel what is genuinely present, without judgment, without resistance, and from that sacred place of authenticity, consciously choosing a thought, an emotion, or an action that feels like a genuine step forward, even if it's a small one, but most importantly, one that is truly true for you in that moment. You don't need to instantly leap to euphoria. A simple, heartfelt, "I accept what I feel right now and I choose to find a little peace in this moment," is already a profound and genuine vibrational leap. Breathe deeply now and allow these profound truths to settle into your very being, to permeate every cell of your existence. Vibrational sabotage is not a punishment, not a flaw in your being, but rather a profound invitation, an urgent and loving call for deeper authenticity, for greater self-awareness, and for complete alignment with your true self. If this video has touched your soul and illuminated a pathway within your consciousness, if it resonated deeply with your innermost truth, then I warmly invite you to join this vibrant community, to participate in this vital conversation that we are collectively building together. Please leave a comment below with a single word that powerfully represents the main vibrational sabotage you are now truly ready to release, to let go of, to transcend. Thank you for your invaluable presence, for your immense courage to look within, and for your profound willingness to dive into the infinite depths of who you truly are. Until next time, may you live fully and vibrantly in the glorious flow of conscious creation.